oftentimes people may have one solution for a whole lot of problems. And so they might have, the solution is to hit or spit. And the problem could be a lot of different things, whether they get frustrated with homework, whether they get frustrated because somebody takes a toy away from them. So they have one solution for all kinds of problems. However, where we want people to be in general is to understand that you can have one problem, but you can have and try out a whole bunch of different solutions, because one solution may not work at a given time. So what this conversation brought me to is doing what I call the sun diagram, which I have found a lot of success with families and using with their children, is having some sort of emotion that the child is experiencing, whether it's boredom or anger or feeling anxious. So you might have a child who's anxious, for example, and you may have a photo of the child feeling anxious, which I just recently did, actually of a child in a body position that she does when she feels particularly anxious. But then what are some options that we know as her team or your child's parents? What do you know helps calm? So sometimes maybe some people, a hug will help. Others, touch is not something that's going to help. But maybe sometimes going for a walk will help calm them. Maybe sometimes taking a bath or calling a friend. So it totally depends on the student or person that you're talking about. But really making it visual and having the person involved as much as possible is key. So having it available on the refrigerator, for example, and being able to reference back to it. You were feeling anxious this morning and you were able to call grandma and it helped make you feel better. You called your best friend and it helped make you feel better. Or maybe it didn't work and you're reviewing it and you say, you know what, you took a walk and you still felt really anxious. So maybe we need to add something else to that. What might it be? So it's an ongoing, it's a draft kind of scenario that you can use with people on the spectrum. Reviewing it and is key. Reviewing it at times when the person is calm and in a really good space and talking about it is ideal. Talking about it only when they're anxious is probably not the best idea. It's really interesting how incredibly helpful this has been for families, actually, because not only does it help the child, but it also helps the parent think of other options. So instead of parents kind of getting stuck in thinking, I always have to do this to then equal a calm state, that it can help everybody determine that there's more things you can do. The other thing that I didn't say about this is that we often traditionally think of lists as being options. So we might put bath, walk, calling someone, hug in a list format with even numbers. But the interesting thing is that people on the autism spectrum will think that they have to do that in order and will think of it as a list. Whereas if you're offering things in a circle, it is representing much more of a choice. So I always try and offer things that are truly a choice in circle format, whether it's using this kind of thing or even choices for anything. For a break, what do you want to do? Never in list format. And same thing with if you did it reading left to right, it can also be perceived you have to do the thing on the left before you do the next thing. So staying away from that if it truly is a choice is ideal.